Good morning and welcome again to our morning devotion insight. This morning I want to share with you remembering to forget. Remembering to forget. Philippians chapter 3 verses 13 and 14, and I just concise it in the RSV version. It says, forgetting what lies behind and straining forward to what lies ahead, I press on toward the goal. You know, when we go through life and there are hurt memories, there are things that it causes us to feel pain, and memories that are painful, sometimes sin that are painful, things that we really feel that God, I shouldn't have done that, I'm sorry. And but yet sometimes these memories keep on coming back. So what do I mean by forgetting or remembering to forget? Forget or forget it by reversing the process of remembering. That means, we are trying to remember to forget it. That's what I'm trying to say. Remember to forget things that hurts us, things that are in the past, things that are really damaging, sins of the past that is under the blood. It has been washed, I'm cleansed, and yet sometimes these thoughts comes. Memory works like this. Once you revive an image of some past event, hold it in your mind for a certain length of time, and then this process is repeated until it is locked into the memory for good. That means if you bring this memory to surface, and you revive it in your image, then what happens is that the mind is, in a way, works where it will lock it in. So when we begin to reverse this process, is that the matter has been forgiven by God. So we remember that God, I have walked through it, I've gone through it, it's already in the past. That's what Paul says in Philippians chapter 3 just now. Forgetting what lies behind, straining forward to what lies ahead, I press on toward the goal. So the matter has been forgiven by God, so don't let your mind focus on it. When it rises to the surface by itself, as it will, turn the mind away from it immediately. And then have your mind think on things that will be able to say the good things. Like Philippians 4:8 says, think about the good things, things that are admirable, things that are good. So think of another and more profitable theme. It says that here, when we are reminded that we need to learn to blot out the unwanted memories the moment they rise up to the surface by focusing on what? By focusing on the cross. So when the memories comes, they surface. So what happens is that I think of the cross. The cross Jesus has redeemed me. Jesus has set me free. Jesus has forgiven me. Jesus has granted me the victory. So it does not matter what the substitute image may be, as long as it is wholesome. It gives me the encouragement rather than suppresses me, or rather than depresses me, pushes me down. But this memory has to be, or these things that we are trying to focus on, when these memories comes, is when we have to tell ourselves it has to be good things. It has to be, like I said just now, the image of the cross. Good things that I can proceed on, I can grow, I can be better. Another thing that you can do when the memory of your sin or your past returns, it is to what? It is to turn it to prayer. First maybe the image of the cross, then is to turn it to prayer. Don't pray about the sin itself that will keep it in the memory, but pray that God will build into you love, forgiveness, peace, and poise. That means, God, really, let this be a moment that I will not dwell in the past, but I will thank God for your love, for your forgiveness. Images that will consciously reject will rise less and less in your mind. So images that are consciously rejected will rise less and less in your mind when you do that. When you discipline your mind, when you say, I'm not going to let it just run and run, have a good time just having a playground in my mind. But when they do occur, they will occur only as a fact, rather than the emotions will no longer register a sense of burning shame. That means it's just that, yes, I did wrong. Yes, it was in the past. Yes, that was the moment, but I'm moving forward. Yeah, I'm moving forward. I'm forgetting what is behind, but I'm going to just move on forward. So this morning, let our prayer be, God, I thank you that, God, you are always with me. You forgave me. You set me free. You allow me to move on. You give me the strength. So everything within me has the courage and the strength to move on for a greater future, for a greater remembrance of the goodness of God. So remembering to forget means that, God, I'm going to forget the past, but I'm going to remember your goodness in the future. Amen. God bless you, and may you have a great week.